What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. If you're new to Market Marauders, it's an investment channel. It helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share. All right, now today we're going over my weekly penny stock watch list. So let's dive into it. So for number one, I have ticker sign DFFN, and that is for Diffusion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. Their moving average 50 is 46 cents. Moving average 200 is 91 cents. And they ended the week at $1.35. Now, on the channel, I like to go over some background information on the stocks because, I think just following charts is not enough information. Me being a retail trader, giving information, I try to do like a whole rounded approach. So let's dive into some background information on Diffusion Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, so we can see what's going on with the company. So this is all public information. So if you're new to investing, or you're trying to find a penny stock that you want to research, you can go and just Google the press releases from the company, and that'll lead you in the right direction. It'll help you find a lot of information on the company, what they do, how they operate, and most importantly, financial information. So that's always a good thing when researching a company, because as a retail trader, the more information that you have, the better informed decisions you can have when deciding whether you should buy or sell a stock. Okay, so this goes. Diffusion Pharmaceuticals reports first quarter 2020 financial results and provides business update. This came out the 11th, so it's kind of recent. Just going into just reading a little bit. Highlights of the first quarter of 2020 and recent week schedule. Notified by the FDA the accelerated review of company's investigational new drug, IND, application to study trans-sodium cocaine in the RTTR situation. So basically, they have a drug that they're trying to push through the FDA to help the RTTR situation. So this is just basically an update on things the company's doing as a whole. Very good article to read. I'm not a medical background expert, so I will butcher majority of the things that are said in here, but this is just to point you on the right direction. If you're doing research on the company, this information is out there. Jumping into another article, it says Diffusion Pharmaceuticals announces FDA accelerated review of the TSC clinical development plan to treat RTTR in patients with ARDS. So it says inclusion in FDA's RTTR treatment acceleration program significantly shortens regulatory review cycles. Simultaneous patent enrollment plan in both U.S. and Eastern Europe to speed up time to data readout. So basically, they're trying to get people enrolled into the program to try to help this speed up the process of this drug to treat ARDS, which is acute respiratory distress syndrome. So that's one of the side effects of having the RTTR. You basically get ARDS, so they're trying to treat that, and possibly it could lead to less people being on respirators. So that would be good. And looking forward to see more updates on this company moving forward, and how they're progressing with finding this drug, and how they're trying to combat the whole RTTR situation. So that's why I picked them. I think they have some good developments moving forward, especially this one being released on the 11th of May. Some pretty recent developments going on with the company. So jumping into my number 2 stock for the week on the penny stock watch list, we have Sorrento Therapeutics Incorporated, ticker sign SRNE. Their moving average 50 is $2.35. Their moving average 200 is $2.54, and they ended the week at $6.76. So they have broken out tremendously based on where they were at. They've kind of had a month of just, you know, oscillating back and forth, but then, recently, this past couple days, they have just broken out and gotten to a new high uh, level. So let's go into some of the articles and see what's going on with the company. So this article came out May 8th. It says that Sorrento and Mount Sinai Health System to jointly develop Covishield antibody therapy targeting the whole Roni situation. So basically, they're announcing that they're partnering with this other company to help develop something to help improve antibodies, a therapy to help people who are suffering from the Roni situation. So, these companies are kind of like this company as well as the other company. Some of the other companies talking about are kind of like, niche sort of companies. Yes, they're pharmaceutical companies, but, there are a lot of them that are directly dealing with trying to combat Roni. So, anytime there's an update or a press release coming from these companies, it usually shoots the stocks up pretty high. So, to me, that makes a pretty good candidate for a penny stock. Something that's, in a kind of a niche market, but is fueled by news. Because, once that news comes out, you get that penny stock. Before the news comes out, or what's going on with the company, and then you have it, and that press release comes out, and the stock shoots up. You can capitalize on that and make those gains. So jumping into another article, this came out May 15th. So this was released Friday, and this is pretty recent because today is Saturday, 16th. So this was on the 15th. It says STI 1499 antibody has demonstrated in preclinical experiments. Full results will be submitted to peer review publication shortly. 100% inhibition of Roni virus infection of healthy cells after 4 days incubation. So basically, they're showing that this whatever drug they're using is basically, on the right track and is showing promise. Because it says, 100% inhibition of Roni affected cells. So that's always a good thing. But this is an incubation, so I don't know if they're referring to they have a sample of Roni and they're using it the drug to treat just that small sample, or they're trying to use it on people. Specific binding to S1 subunit of Roni spike protein and complete blockade of interaction with ACE2 receptor. So I'm not a medical background person, so I think that's still good news. The second one, basically to me, the way I'm interpreting this is that they have a drug that's showing promise to helping combat the Roni, and that is enough to have the stock shoot up the way it did. That was actually on Friday when this was released, and it shot up. So will it shoot up more? I think it might, just a little bit in the coming weeks, just because there's going to be an update to this, and the more updates they make, basically the higher the price is going to go, in my opinion. And I don't think that the price was actually, priced in, because this came out at 11 a.m. and the market closed, but I don't think that all the people got around to reading this. Now the weekend has come. People may be watching videos like this, or watching other videos in different forums, and I think people are going to add more money to that stock. To actually show it increase even more. So I think, in pre-market, it'll probably go up a little more, probably go up some more, around lunch, and then it may drop off a little bit, because you got to think there are people who had it back when it was down here at two something. They have their money, and shorts are definitely a real issue when it comes to stocks. There's some people who just want to make a quick buck, get in and get out. And I think they see it jump up on Friday, and they're probably going to cash out probably like maybe early in the morning. But if it continues to grow in pre-market on Monday, I expect it to continue to go up for the rest of that day. But I definitely do expect to see shorts come after this, and kind of cash out before it has that spike yet again. So that was my number 2 stock. Going into my number 3 stock, we got ticker sign RTTR for Ritter Pharmaceuticals. Moving average 50 is 34 cents. Moving average 200 is 38 cents. They ended the week at 63 cents. So they're above their moving average 50 and their moving average 200. So if we look at here, they had a spike around March, and the stock went up to about 90 cents, looks like 85, 90 cents. And then it went back down, and it's kind of, bounced back up almost to the levels that it was at around March. And this is like, the middle of May. So with that being said, let's go into one of the background articles. Now it says that they have an announcement that they're going to be making in a special meeting, and that is going to be on Monday, the 18th, at noon Pacific time. So, depending on that meeting and what's going on, I think it probably could be positive news. The company just recently regained NASDAQ compliance, so they're still able to trade on the NASDAQ market. So, that's always a good thing. For a company to get that and regain that. So I think they're just going to have a plan moving forward of the strategic planning of the company and, how they're going to be moving forward. So I definitely, think it's going to be positive news, and definitely something to look forward to. And I think, it's a pretty good entry price of 63 cents to go in to actually get to into this stock. Now, will it go up to $1? I don't know. I don't know that much about it to know, how volatile this stock is and how much it'll shoot up. But I definitely do believe, go up 10 cents, 10 cents to 73 cents based off this news. Yeah, I can see that happening. Now, with that being said, thank you for staying until the end of the video. I got a bonus, number 4, so let's jump into the fourth one for the weekly watch list. Now, that's going to be ticker sign BLIN. And that's for Bridgeline Software Incorporated. Their moving average 50 is 92 cents. Moving average 200 is $1.50, and they ended the week at $1.57. So they're above their moving average 50 and their moving average 200. So let's jump into some more information about them. Now, Bridgeline announces financial results in the second quarter by fiscal 2020. Reoccurring revenue increased by 42%. So those are things you always want to see, that a company's revenue is increasing, especially, given the current market. A lot of earnings were really, really bad, especially for companies who, have been profitable for a long time. Their earnings were really bad. So, any company that can show you, hey, they've increased their revenue, especially given the current situation with the whole pandemic thing going on, to me is always a positive note. So it says second quarter summary. Total revenue increased 20% to 2.7 million for the quarter of March 31st, 2020, as compared to 2.2 million the same year period. Same period last year. So basically, they've increased their revenue even given the pandemic situation. Reoccurring revenue, which is comprised of SaaS licenses, maintenance, and hosting revenue, increased 42% to 1.8 million for the quarter ended on March 31st, 2020, from 1.3 million for the same period last year. So basically, they've increased, showing that they're increased year over year, the amount of revenue that they have gotten. Now, that may be due to the Roni, or that may be because of just the good strategic planning of the company. Subscriptions and perpetual licenses revenue, which is comprised of recurring revenue and perpetual license revenue, increased 63% to 1.5 million for the quarter ended March 31st, 2020, from 1.0 million the same period last year. Services revenue was consistent at 900,000 for quarters ended March 31st, 2020 and 2019 respectively. As a percentage of total revenue, services revenue decreased 9% to 33%, and total revenue of quarter ended in March 31st, 2020 compared to 42% for the same period last year. Operating expenses remain consistent at $2.6 million, which includes a reconstructing charge of $365,000, an acquisition charge of $304,000, and quarter ended March 31st, 2020 and 2019 respectively. Net income for the quarter ended March 31st, 2020 was $822,000, compared to the net loss of $12.5 million the same quarter last year. Included within the net income in 3 months ended March 31st, 2020, and net loss for the same period, which was non-cash gain of $1.8 million and net loss of $10.2 million, attributed to the change in fair value certain derivative warrant liabilities, respectively. So basically, they have some highs and they have some lows going on in the company. Revenue wise, but I think the fact that they've increased some good metrics given in this company, I think you could see them going up. Will it go up dramatically? I don't think so. I think it'll be a slight increase. This article came out the 14th, so if we go back and look at the chart, it did shoot up some. But will it continue to go up? I don't know if it'll continue to go up at that rate, because this is a breakout to me based on looking at the chart. It's a breakout given this article. Now, if they have more updates of the company numbers wise, yeah, I can see it going back up to breakout levels. But as for it shooting back up, I don't think so. I think it'll go back up at a slight increase. So basically, where it's at 157, I think it'll mimic this chart right here as, it going up at a steady incline. All right, now drop a comment down below. Tell me what stocks you guys are looking at for the week. Tell me this video helped you. Make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Good luck trading out there to everyone who's trading. I know, it may be difficult to find, some good picks in the market. So hopefully these videos are very helpful to you to help point you in the right direction of some things that, can still be a good value if you're trying to find, a quick turnaround or another good long-term company to invest in. So hopefully the video helped. Drop a comment down below if it does. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.